Hi, soulmates. Welcome to another talk with Justice. So, this is the start of another year, and you want to start your fashion business but do not really know how to go about it. It is very simple and easy as usual. Okay, so what do you need, or how are you going to go about starting your fashion business? Time waits for no one. You need to get into this and start making the money. Okay, so I'm going to tell us the things that we need and the things that do not really matter and the things that will take us time for us to get acquainted with them. And of course, the equipment we need also depends on which area of fashion designing that we are going into. Okay, so let's get right into it. Now, number one thing I need you to decide is, where are you going to stay? What is your location? Where are you working from? Are you working from home, or you're working from an office or a shop? Whichever where you're working from, it does not really matter, right? But then it matters when you have many people that are coming into your shop at the moment. Okay, and depending on the equipment that you have, that the eyes are going to be seeing, these things matter to clients enough. Now, for the equipment that we need, all we need to start sewing, as long as sewing is concerned, all you need to start sewing is your sewing machine, be it a vintage machine or an industrial sewing machine. You need a sewing machine, and then you need a table where you're going to be cutting your fabrics, no matter how big or how small, but a good table, right, for cutting your fabrics. And if you do not have money to get a table, you can use the floor to cut your fabrics. Okay, in this case, you're just starting very small. And then you need other accessories, sewing accessories, that's something like this, scissors, the iron. Ironing is very important. So even if you don't have electric iron, you get the manual that you can place on a gas cylinder. It gets hot and you use it to iron. This is for someone who do not have all the means. You're starting very small. Okay, ironing very important. And then you need, of course, a measuring tape is everywhere in the market. You need your thread and all of that. Then the clients who are coming, as they pay, you'll be able to get some other things. So starting to sew is as easy as that. So long as you have a sewing machine, you know how to pedal the sewing machine, you can cut your fabric, every other thing will perfectly align together. Okay, so on the part of equipment, you do not really need that much, so long as you're starting small. If you're going to be starting big, then you will move on to getting other equipment that will enable you to work effectively and produce as much as possible. Okay, even if you do not have a dress form at the moment, you can also start your tailoring business. You can use yourself as the dress form to showcase what you're doing. If you're going to be, but that depends on how you work also. If you're going to be doing more of draping, you need a dress form, right, to drape your garments on it. But if you're going to be using pattern and freehand, you do not need that for a start. But if you can get it, it is fine and okay, very okay. But if you do not have it, you can as well start your tailoring business. In this case, you need to start from home. If you have just one machine, okay, and you're cutting on the floor and all of that, even if you have the money, start from the house. Because when you rent a shop and customers come into your place and all they see is one machine, you're cutting on the floor, I mean, it doesn't send the right message to them. They belittle you instantly, right? But when you work from home, you have a place where you keep your machine, different from where the client is sitting to wait for you to get the clothes to them. It adds some respect to what you're doing. I hope you understand this. So if you're starting really small, I believe that at this moment, you're not going to use all the money you have to rent a shop. You need to start from the house, no matter how your house is. You need to use that money and invent into getting other equipment that are necessary, that when someone comes in and see them, they believe that you know what you're doing. Okay, so now that we've agreed that Getting the equipment you need are not that much. All you need is your sewing machine, your patience to sew, your scissors, and other smaller things that you need to get the garments going. Even though you do not have a dress form, you can still start your tailoring business. As time goes on, whatever you get, you don't eat it, you don't consume it. You keep saving, no matter how small it is, and get equipment gradually. Get a dress form, get other machines, and keep growing. And again, get lightning. If you have NEPA lights, electric lights, that's fine. Okay, invest in bulbs so that it shines out very well. If you cannot get a ring light, if you have NEPA lights, put more bulbs around you so that when you create a content, someone is going to actually love the look. Bulbs are still effective, they can still give you the light that you need. Sunlight can also give you what you need, depending on the location where you are. But if you can get other artificial lights, they are very important. These days, marketing is the deal, content is the deal. So the days of just sitting in the house and only sewing and not showing people what you're doing is gone. Social media is the real deal. You need to get into it. Okay. So as you're getting your sewing machine, try as much as possible to get light. If you don't have NEPA light, get artificial light. If you don't have artificial light, use natural light. Okay, make sure by all means that you're creating content, let people see what you're doing. At the same time, try to package yourself. Don't show us your Ghana must go in the house. Okay, try as much as possible, even in a smaller portion, show us a nice place, not anyhow place. Try to package yourself. People are moved by what they see, not what they feel. And most times, not even what they know. It is what they see that they believe. All right. So now that we've dealt with the equipment that you need for a start, you need to decide which category of people are you going to be sewing for. Are you going for menswear or female wear or female wear? Right. Now, if you're going for the women's wear, at this moment, it's not necessary that you niche down to the point that you must only sew for kiddies, you must only sew party wears, you must only sew ashebi. No, except all you know how to do is kiddies wear, then you can just niche down to kiddies wears. But whereby you can do other things, so long as it's women's wear, try to sew whatever that comes your way at the moment. All you need now is to get some cash, not just the people that you're going to be sewing for. Get some cash so that you'll be able to build yourself as fast as possible. Tailoring needs money. It needs money for you to grow. It needs money for you to run ads. You need money to sew the clothes that you're going to wear to advertise to people, right? So your focus is work and get the money, save it and do something, reinvest into the business for it to keep growing. To a certain level, you can now decide these are the people that I want to work for. I want to do only kiddies, I want to do only ashwebi, I want to do only corporate wears. This comes with time when you've known what is working for you and what is not working for you. At this very moment that you're starting your fashion business, open it wide to get as much clients as possible. Also, as you're starting your fashion business, do not forget the place of discipline. Do not forget the place of discipline. I'm placing it to size. Discipline, discipline. You working from home at this moment. Tell yourself that you're doing a job. Tell yourself that you're working from your office. Tell yourself that you're going to work. So assume someone employs you to work. You don't get up whenever you feel like and go to work whenever you feel like. You're not going to receive your payment. So treat your work, treat your job as a profession, as a business, as someone who is employed by another. Of course, the business has employed you, so you need to treat it like the business that it is. If you approach it with the mindset that you're working for someone, you're going to be really serious with it. And in time, this thing may not really take that much, but how we approach it is what will make it to take as long as possible. I tell people, when you look inward, you will find where the mistake is coming, both me and others. Okay, so look inward and be serious with what you're doing. No matter how small you're starting, within a short time, you can grow your business to a bigger level. All right, so fashion business is quite easy to start, but you need to keep up with it and don't allow yourself to slack behind, but at the same time, do not compare yourself with others. That is the start of failure. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.